Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
Guy Fawkes inspired one of my favourite films ever, V for Vendetta, about one chemically enhanced man fighting against a fascist government that had turned the UK into the modern-day Nazi Germany. And what made him so terrifying to the government wasn't the man himself, but the idea of what he represented. Freedom from tyranny. That government should be afraid of its people and not the other way around. Parliamentary democracy seems to be going through quite a rough time in the UK at the moment. The government no longer seems to be serving its people, blue or red, but rather serving themselves. And not just through corruption, but also through incompetence. And this is what happens when you privatise a country's infrastructure. The Chancellor looks like she'll be raising taxes on the already miserable working classes. But unlike in V for Vendetta, the government isn't giving a persuasive reason why. And dislike can turn into hate, and hate into revolution incredibly quickly. Just ask the French royal family. The trouble is, there's only one party giving a cohesive argument of what they think is wrong with the country. And they also have some fascist tendencies. Reform. And in times of crisis, people can turn to men that they don't fully understand, who will tell you everything is wonderful while robbing the country blind under the table. Nigel Farage is the biggest threat we've seen to democracy in decades. Not necessarily because of who he is, but the Pandora's box of right-wing ideas that could start pouring out if he's elected. Things are about to get a lot worse in the UK. But just remember, it's not because of people who don't look like you, dress like you, or love the people you do.
Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts.
History repeats itself when human beings become blind to our past. Desperation doesn't mean you should turn to men who will lure you in with false promises and an enemy to blame. Maybe Guy Fawkes was a terrorist intent on blowing up democracy and the king with it. Or maybe democracy needs to be rebuilt from the ashes of a rebellion. All I know is this current government won't be around for much longer.